All right, let me get a notification over here. Like clockwork. I hit the go live button, the cats just go nuts. It is amazing. So much fun. They're just nuts. The little dorks. Where did I put the picture now? There it is. All right, there we go. All right. Live there. Am I live there? Is it working? Is it working? Let's check it. I'm live there. Set. I have this muted. Posts are out. Things have been posted and sent and smooshed here and there. Clackety clack, exactly. I'm clackety clacking away. With my quiet keyboard. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm checking my sound levels. I seem to be peeking into the red a little bit on my sound, which is a little unusual. Why? Yeah, just have it up a little high. We'll go there. We'll leave it like that. Way quieter than yours. Well, this is also quieter than my old one. It's still just not as quiet as I'd hoped for as expensive as it was. Let's see. Where was I here? I'm working on book 2 of this series, and I'm trying to figure out what situation I put myself into here, or should I say what chapter I dropped myself back into it, because I basically just randomly just hopped back into the book like blarp. I wanted to see where I was at, and yep. Okay. Okay. Now, where I thought I went past this last time I was looking now. Okay. All kinds of beeps now. The cat's outside. Right when I go live, everything goes crazy. I think some leaves are blowing around by the camera and just making sounds or making beeps because of it. You ended the first book on a cliffhanger and gave you anxiety. Woo! Hello, Tomix. You beat up the keyboard when you type. Oh, joy. Yes, I ended it on a nice cliffhanger, and I love giving people anxiety and making them want to read more. Because I'm like that. And at this point, I'm like 200 pages into this book, but I don't know why. Why is this section? I think I accidentally copied an extra little segment here because I rewrote it and I'm rereading it, and then I look back and I'm like, huh, I've already gone over that ground. This is why we summon bears. No bears. Don't do it. Don't summon the bears. All right. Okay. Side. Okay, so this is page 103. Oh, right. Okay, I was retracing some ground before that because I needed to fill in a couple of story points. Her eyes. Da, da, da. Right. Okay, this is that little segment. I think I sent this to you, Chrysanth, because I was working on it. Where the certain person, being, song came up to him and said, "I'm the moment that you've forgotten. I'm the song you can no longer remember." And said a phrase right before chapter 9 started. Yay! All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, this is where I was because I'm revealing something rather large here. Something that is a big story point that I was trying to make all fun and dramatic. Hoping it's going to work out. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way? Chrysanth, I know you said you were working a lot of overtime, so you're relaxing. The beaver is a billionaire. A multi-billionaire. No beavers in this. Nope. Just normal human beings in a dystopian future. You know, normal stuff like that. See, I love this because I get to use vocabulary that normally you can't use. Because people were just like, why would you say that in a conversation? I wouldn't. But I can say it here. Plenary. Oh, nice. I mentioned an animal. Technically, if you count a dragon as an animal, but if you talk about real animals in the real world, I did mention an animal once. And there's a reason I only mentioned an animal once. But again, like I said, some of that stuff, I tend to get kind of multi-level and very, very subtle with those things. Not everybody who read everything caught on to all the stuff. Let's just say. And that is fine because different readers catch on to different things. Some of the readers like that, some of the readers didn't like that. Some of them told me that they needed a list now of the things they missed because they wanted to go back. And I said, no. And one of the responses I got back was, curse you. Light patterns, couldn't get the sound of my ears. I felt like I was tearing my eardrums apart, spots and dance wildly before my eyes, making people nauseous. Dude, I knew I couldn't take much. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Are you saying we aren't intellectual enough to appreciate your story? No, that's the fun thing, is you can be super intellectual and totally not catch all the stuff. It really depends on what kind of mindset you come at it from. Because what I tried to do is make sure that the story is just completely accessible. You go through, you can just read it. You get the story, you get the main points, you're done. If you're a person who looks for little patterns and things, you'll find some things you're like, oh, that's why that was never mentioned, or oh, now I understand why that was done that way. It won't diminish the story if you don't get it, but if you do get it, it's kind of like seeing an Easter egg in a TV show or getting a subtext in something. I just enjoy putting those in there for people. He's calling us dumb. I heard him. Yeah. Love a book where I reread and get more from it than I missed initially, but I can understand it. I'm liking it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a taste. Some people like it, some people don't. I also tend to write kind of Spartan prose, and then I have to fill it out a little bit because occasionally I can give it, I can be a little bare bones, and then people will call me out of it and say, "Well, that's not well hidden." And I'll think, "Yeah, you're right. Let's put a little more stuff around it." I don't need to say then. And this is me also going back through here and just trimming out words. I'm like, I don't need that word. I don't need that word. Just thinking of how it's going to read. Take much more reach for the headset versus setting. Okay, that works better. The thing is, there's a lot of times when people put words in when you're reading that are crutch words. They're really because you're really trying to beat people over the head with what's going on. And often you'll see people saying suddenly or surprising everyone or blah, blah, blah. And if you write it in such a way that it's just out of left field, everyone will be surprised by it. You don't have to say, everyone was shocked. You can just make it very apparent by how people reacted. Huh, they're shocked. So I try not to do that. I'm guilty of it still some places, though. Definitely not everyone's writing style, though. Not at all. It's more and more did so the pain lessened in my ears and the assault in my eyes waned. It was just there, continuing to build my ears, popped repeatedly as spots began to recede from my sight. All right, and there's a case where I have to point it out because I need people to understand it. Whereas if somebody was acting this out, they'd be able to deliver facial expressions. Kind of like giving the reader stage directions ish sometimes. Disappointment showed in both her eyes and body language. Yeah, I'm still here. I do apologize. The severe limitations your ability to process data. Huh. Just like the Rick and Morty fans. There are Rick and Morty fans? Okay, that word is wrong. Better put the right word in there. That makes more sense. That would have been rewarding and likely more painful for me. State, I'm afraid the damage can be quite severe. Such a frail species. Okay. Okay, comma. Regulators, numb fingers, mild headache, cut off with Wi-Fi visual inputs. Okay. I have fun with this character because she's such a jerk. She's such a jerk. Okay. chamber, the current machine tuning had reached the second peak. She's saying that in this voice. I'm getting all this stuff put back in the right spots in my head here so I can go on with the way I'm writing all these characters, because this is a fun scene. Lots of people in it. And all of them speak a little differently. AI or whatever this is, it's trying to autocorrect things and fix grammar. Ugh. Ah! I hate it. I don't think I need to say shocked there. Okay, recorders and keyboard. What do you mean when? Ah, I'm missing a word here. That's why that sentence doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun with the stuff we were talking about earlier, Tomix, about the identities and masks that people wear. I'm playing around with that in here. I've got 3 distinct little things all coming together in a big conversation that's going to be happening, and it's the idea of learned helplessness, and one other thing that I'm not talking about yet. Let's change this. Okay. Yeah, they want me to add all these verbs and other words and things. I'm like, that's not the way I'm writing it. Dang it. Yeah, cats or something is going crazy out there. Ah, Kibble is getting a drink from the little water fountain out back. I just see her all of a sudden looking around because I moved the camera and turned it. Okay. It's back and forth, and then she gets to speak again. Okay. Learn from okay, a third softer voice joined the conversation. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, that's right. I did remove a segment here because I felt like it took too long to get to this point, and then I hit with this section. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So then, where am I at here? Okay, that's right. I did use the word right. Dun, dun, dun. All right, clinical carelessness of the operators. They churned me through all the paperwork. Oh my gosh, Cats, what are you doing out there? Because I'm trying to, the new black cat is here. Oh, I almost didn't see him. Wow. Even on the, he's pretty tricky. On the night cam out there, it's like everything's lit up and like, some stuff is blown over. And I just see this blot of darkness and these two eyes look at over at the camera, and then he just slinks on by over to the water fountain. Whoever that cat is. Now, selfishly, maybe I could take that portion out. It feels weird saying the first part and then the second part is a totally different, separate thought pointed at other people. Okay, there we go. Adding a little point here. Hopefully it's going to help bring home what he's feeling and won't pull you out of the scene. I don't think it will. Yeah. Mm. All right, so this is her talking. Oh my gosh, kids. Stop galloping. All right. You. Okay. Man, I hate eyelashes getting stuck in the corner of your eye, whatever it is. So annoying. Not a fan. All right, if they're gonna, maybe I'll have to. What I'll do is I'm gonna leave the cam on here, and I'm gonna see if it's gonna keep pinging while while I have it on, or if it'll only do it when I put it back into sleep mode. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get pinged every time they walk in front of the camera. I mean, I set it up in a good spot to see them, but man, whatever. I'll just get rid of a couple words there. It'll make it succinct. Got to know this person's so much better. This person's better. I think that's how, yeah, that would be how a person would say it. And it won't always be perfect grammar when people speak, and I don't want it to be perfect grammar because not everybody's perfect at grammar. I'm not. It just has to become part of the way they're speaking, though. Otherwise, it'll become like kind of a thorn in people's side when they're reading it. It's funny when I'm going back and reading something that I wrote a while back. I'm like, this is the reaction I want a reader to have of like, blah, 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 statement. I'm like, hey, that seems, oh, that's exactly what I'm saying. That was an odd thing to say. Okay. Maybe that just means I'm in my own head. I don't know. To play during the quest. There we go. That's a smarter way to put it. I'm the only one who lost anything. Okay. This is her expressing her displeasure and being mean. Okay, there we go. I like putting the soft in there. Sounds like you're too old to remember what you wrote. Uh, well, I have forgotten some of this because this I wrote a while back. That's why I'm rereading it to get back into the voices of everyone. So, yeah. But I think even when I was younger, I would have forgotten all this too. So there. Heavy. Something stuck in my sock. There we go. Somehow I got a piece of a burr or a thorn stuck in my sock. Probably from a cat. Hmm. Okay, sheet line to protect my space, body language, gait measurements. I was under a microscope. Okay. Let's see, doctors. All right, here's where I get to. I had fun with this section because, and Chrysanth knows this from reading the other one. I had a lot of fun doing the questions back and forth between the main character and one of the other characters, questioning a little bit of philosophy, a little bit of this back and forth, and I get to do that here, but. Oh. But a couple of the characters that the main character is talking to are not very nice. And not like, ew, I'm evil. They're just very condescending. And also mean spirited. Um, why is that complaining about the ways? Oh, it's just like a comma. Okay. Uh, oops. Oh yeah, it beeps no matter what I do. It's like a little train just went past. First it was Wolfie, then it was Benji, then the black cat went the other way. Oh, okay. Okay. That should be spelled out instead of a number. years ago. Okay, this is where he's getting to the crux of the actual questions. Da, 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 da. Right, I misspelled that word. Thank you. That work better? I'm trying to decide if rewording it makes that a better sentence or a worse sentence. Try that as a semicolon. No, this way. Change vision is limited by the requirements of survival. Making okay, go. This is where I'm getting into the first little inklings of learned helplessness, but also the idea of the identity stuff that I'm trying to research, because I'm leaving the first little breadcrumbs here. Is that too big of a breadcrumb, though? Some people will say no, some people will say yes. Okay. Okay. Let's consider as a whole. Okay, and then I jump into this with the new voice. Very architect of your misery. I want to put another word in that phrase, but now Calvino has come up to the door. All right, I'll go see if he wants to come in. I think he does. He's staring at the door waiting for me. I'll be right back. He'll come sit on my lap and make it hard for me to type. It'll be great. All right, buddy. Yes. He'll be over here to join us soon. He wandered off in the other part of the basement and immediately. I don't know what he's doing, but he wandered off. Music back on. Calvino, you coming over or not? Hi. Come on up. You can do it. Come here. Yeah, you got to clean those paws off first. What? You've been running around in the dirt outside, then you got to clean your paw off before you jump on my lap? Is this what's going on? Man, you're dusty. Were you rolling around in the driveway? Come here. Come here, bub. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? Did you have a good time out there? Yeah? Oop. You think you can be as good as your sister was earlier when she was laying on my lap and she didn't cause any problems earlier? She just went to sleep? Huh? He's like, nope. I'm gonna be the biggest pile of trouble ever. Good job, Calvino. Good job, buddy. All right, I need my hand back, though, okay? I know you're immediately wanting to go to sleep on my hand and use it as a pillow, but you can't. I gotta have it up here. All right. Nisha was smiling. Canines on display. She drank in my reaction. Pain as her father spoke. A bit of color in her cheeks. Okay. Hi. Yeah, go ahead. Rest your head. Go to sleep or something. Oop. There you go. All right. You're such a dork sometimes, Calvino. Such a dork. And the boys are outside wondering where you're at now. They're pulling the wagons up, seeing if they can find you. Ow, that's my flesh. Hey. Are you in a crazy outside run around mood? Because if so, you're not going to last long on my lap here. You are going to be, oh my gosh, he's got big pupils and everything. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're a crazy cat right now. Okay. So I'll step back a pace, effectively which he appeared to something near me was. blurp. You cannot have my flesh. I need my hand. You're a good cat, but you're going crazy and you're getting nutty. All right, I think this is short lived. You're in a crazy Katy cat outside mood right now. All I'm getting is claws. All I'm getting is claws right now. Yup. Guess who's going back outside? Guess who's going back outside? That would be you. That would be you, Mr. Swishy Tail, Big Eyes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna take Mr. Swishy Tail, Big Eyes back outside. Okay? I know you'd probably go to sleep if I held you like this, but I can't. I got it right. Instead, you get a free trip back outside. Free trip? Woo! I did not know that you were in such a crazy mood right now. I didn't know you were in such a crazy switchblade mood. Brought you in. Crazy Cat Gang. Switchblade paws and all. Sitting in front of the camera, just giving himself a bath. That's fantastic. All right. So let's see here. I've forgotten there's a whole inevitable since we wanted. Blah, 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 blah. Question's gone in a typically human direction. Namely, somewhere I didn't expect. Too much coke. I'm getting a little bit of burping going on here. Okay. Somebody made a weird noise. What was that? Barely heard it over my music. All right. Keep going on here. Rub me some of the trappings. City disappeared from the face of the earth. We just followed. I use the word annihilation. We'll go with it. Structure gone. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. It's suspected it's only half true. Okay. This is a big punch that I'm giving the reader. And there are more punches coming. Okay. Create the illusion of safe haven just out of reach, isolate and control. Reaches observed, diminish their strength, control them. It's okay. Work together in small clusters. Okay, you begin to see through. Oops. Okay. There we go. Save that. That works. It's weird. I'm writing a dystopian sci-fi novel, and currently I'm listening to John Denver. At that point, I was blah blah blah. Trying to programming, observing. Okay. Let's say chosen. Chosen landmark of the chaos. My prison and shelter. All right. Okay. So I brought something back from really early in the first book that Finn created into this thing. And I'm leaving little breadcrumbs again, back and forth, bringing things from the early part of the story back in. And I have to make sure that I'm ramping them up properly. I think this one comes back in properly. It's not too big of a jump. It is logical, it fits, and it harkens back to not only an earlier part of the book, a helpful part of the book, but also brings you back to a couple of characters. So that feels good. Okay, still at HUD controls. Oh, let's see what we're gonna do here. Not sure you're ready to see what lies in the archive. We should have more. Okay. Oh, I did take these paragraphs out. Ooh, okay. I think that actually works well. I was reading this going, okay, there's a sequence coming up. I'm like, how's that going to feel? How's it going to feel when I read it? And I'm like, oh, yep, okay, there we go. I think taking out those extra paragraphs actually did a good job. I think I just got cat hair in my eye or in my glasses. I'm just touching my eye. Cat fur. Yay, cat fur. All right. Anyway, where was I here? Starlone, the voice. Nisha's, but her younger sister, because okay. Okay, I was about to react. And I like changing people's perceptions of a person or a creature or a being or anything by just tweaking the behavior. You've got behavior, and then suddenly you're just like, wait, is that why they're acting like that? Man, that made my eye water. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm trying to make him feel uncomfortable, and I'm doing it. I'm making him uncomfortable. I hope. Let's see. We're gonna do this. Oh, look at that. We get totally from John Denver over to excuse me, Mark Cohn, Walking in Memphis. All right. And then it pops a commercial in. That's fun. So generate pods. Okay, I have just another breadcrumb in there. I kind of all this. I want to for my own. Just I don't know. What do you? Okay, I'm confused. Is this? What am I? What are my cats doing? I'm gonna tilt the camera here just so I can see what's going on here. Oh, I see what's something got stuck in front of the camera, which is why it keeps beeping now. Something blew onto the camera lens. Never ends. Never ends. Always something fun. It's gonna keep beeping every time that thing moves. It's funny how I could be playing a game, writing, not on stream, sitting around for hours working on stuff, and the cats would just be like, I start streaming, and then it's just like, let's do it. It's showtime. You don't think punching people will sell books? I disagree. I don't even remember what I was saying that would have been about punching people. I probably said something about punching. When I write, my mind is like in 70,000 different places at once all the time here. Oh, you're talking about me punching them. Got it, got it, got it. I see where you're at now. Yeah, well, I gotta punch the readers occasionally, right in the gut. I gotta do it. Accidents happen. Rub their tummy like a cat. Oh, there you go. Then I'd get arrested. I did that to Calvino, but then he wanted to, chew on my hand, so. Opposed to getting arrested for punching them. I'm sure punching could be explained away, right? Maybe. Okay, maybe not. Maybe neither of them is going to work out for me. Huh. Wow, it's chaining together some weird songs. Walking in Memphis is going into The Boys of Summer by Don Henley. Not too weird, but it's a little strange. All right, there we go. Okay, just believing to help you process what I've shown you. Okay, and that's where I left it. Well, all right then. I wrote myself into a beautiful corner here, and this is going to be fun. Let's say it is. I have a lot of fun here having these philosophical arguments between these two, and this one is very heated. And past Frost screaming, "You fool, it's not a corner, it's a masterpiece. You just can't see Sucker Punch." Hello, Anthony Carmosino. I can speak. I say the good words. My characters are having a big argument here. Our method is not the same as that. You recall your kind of having done. How would I put this? I was arguing with the most dangerous mind I'd ever encountered, trying to explain a concept. See how this goes. You too? He does. It's kind of funny. That's part of the argument that's going on in my book here right now. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. We'll put it here. Let there be silence if I needed it. Okay, we'll go with there. And be silence. Okay, there we go. Now I'm into the next section. Oops. All right, what is the next song going to be? Okay, it's going into Running Up That Hill. All right, we'll go with that. Boom. Go with identify. Okay, he was trying to understand why. Okay. It was 2 cost. Well, let's see. We'll go with the word mental. We'll go with what mortality. Oops, that's why it's complaining. Too many T's in that word. I'm doing some sucker punching right now, Thomas. Surgeries. We're in a conversation to have mortality. Okay. Go. All right, let's see. It needed to have so much. Mm. Okay. We'll say was. Okay, they believe they were doing some Spanish. Sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm typing furiously. Oh, let's see. Where am I at here? Okay, I guess we'll let it continue on its weird music stream here. Let's see. So I'll forget next time you write. Yes, it's gonna be great, and then it'll be something well hidden, and I'll just shock myself and be amazed at my genius. That's the whole point of this. I read through it so I can be amazed at my genius next time. We'll go with this version. Common ways you should be okay. Go right here. Okay, that one doesn't quite work. Trying to find the quote that I'm looking for here that I want the character to be using. Okay, where is that at here? Ah, here we go. Okay, that's an interesting quote, but I don't think that works. If I put that there. That doesn't work either. Okay, here we go. You know, I'm getting deep in philosophy when I have like now 11 tabs open because I'm looking at a bunch of different references here. Okay. Now I gotta go back here. Okay. 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 I'm not gonna get too deep into the ideas of crime and punishment here, but I'm reading a section because I'm trying to figure out. Okay, that's where that quote came from. Okay. Hmm. Okay. This takes me on to the next quote. Okay, that's not going to work. That page is dead. Okay. Okay, unconditional promise. We can come to life. Hmm. Trying to figure out if that quote is actually going to do what I need it to do because it could be taken a couple of different ways. Hmm. Okay. 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 That's one. Oops, 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 oops. Okay. All right, there we go. Song ended. We're gonna go to um there we go. Hmm. I wonder if I should use that. I'm trying to decide if I want to use this quote. It's tough, 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 tough. I could. I may have to do a little more research on this one because I don't want to. Hmm. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. You should use the word conflagration somewhere. I wonder if I have that in here anywhere. Nope, in this book I don't have the word conflagration yet. I do have plenary. This one site has such tiny text, and I've zoomed in on the thing, so all my other web pages are like huge text. This one still has kind of small words. It's just amazing that they put such a small font on their website. I'm even in dark mode just to be able to read it. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense there, though. Okay. I wonder if I could just put this in here. Can't believe I'm yawning so much. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, so not surprising. All right, so then if I looked over here, let me find go see if I can find this quote. Good job, cats. All right, so the quote makes sense, but I don't think it's going to get me across where I need to. It's not going to make the jump. If I go here, okay, that is a good quote, but totally unrelated. I just came across a good quote from One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. The belly is a demon. It doesn't remember how well you treated it yesterday. It'll cry out for some more or for more tomorrow. So true. Stupid belly. Yes. Cries out a day after based on how you treat the belly. Exactly. All right. Well, I'm putting a note for this quote in here because I need to have that note in there, but I'm going to hold out. Ah! Oh, good. Whew. I thought I closed OBS. I was like, no! I was concerned. Oop, what's my page doing here? It's yelling at me. All right. All right. Let's see. I've got to find another way to bridge from this thought that I'm getting to what he's being told to bringing it into the next part of the argument. Okay. I don't think that one's going to work. That's weird. All right. That's not doesn't work. I'll go with that. So many words, so many ways you can put the words together. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have to go kind of deep into a concordance here on something from a quote in the Bible here. Because I've got to get this right. There's a specific lyrical structure to something I'm trying to do here. Okay. Okay. Okay, that could work. Let's see here. Where am I at here? I got too many pages open. I gotta find. Um, oops. Ready there. Now the question is, how did I do this before? I think I put this. Come on, cats! Don't be too crazy up there. You're being a little nutty upstairs. Right. My layout, my references. There we go. Here. Take that back. And we will do that. And we will put this in the center of the page. Boop. Right, go back here. But he's grousing. Oh, I bet they're howling at the cat outside again. I forgot. I saw him go past the camera earlier, so he's probably sitting on the front porch taunting them. Dork. Okay. I think I found a way to do this. Maybe. We'll see here. I'll have to read it over a little later to see when I come back to it with a fresh eye on a new day if it's jarring or not. Let's say previous, not earliest. Previous conversation. All right. And at that point, I am going to be hopping off here because I have to do a couple of things before I go to bed. But this is a perfect stopping point here because I got around to a previous point. I got a point made, and now I can come back and I can digest this the next time I check things out and see where I got to. Got a lot written tonight, weirdly enough. I didn't expect to get that much written, but I did. A lot of edits, a lot of writing. Let's see. How are we doing on the time? Oh, look at that. I hit 2 hours. That's what I was hoping to do. Okay, cool. Yeah, I am going to get the heck out of here. And that's funny. I just saw a note here. Somebody's that Star Wars girl put a tweet out, said, which live action Lois Lane is your favorite? And it has 8 of them on there. And Dean Cain replied, Carrie Hatcher, but I'm biased. Nice. Boop. All right. So, yep, I'm going to get out of here. No problem. So, Atomics, tomorrow I'm going to be playing, I think I'm going to play some more, what is it called? Survival Machine. I don't know past that. We'll see. I don't know how much more of the game I have left. I know I have to build like a smithy and stuff. I found the blueprint for a couple other things. So we'll see what I have left. I don't know. Probably a lot. I got past the big bridge though. All right. I'm gonna close that down, and I'm gonna close this down. So I gotta go find my end screen here. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. I think I successfully put Santa to sleep.